It's the Vietnamese gang that I bang with, ride with the same clique. Giết mấy thằng đã tao không biết, bánh hay anh tụi tao không tiếc. 4-5 with 2 clip, we chú viết đặc biệt. Không thể nào bị diệt, không thể nào bị tiệt.
You guys are not going to believe this, but we are in Vietnam to check out the QLI Fitness showroom and factory. We're going to do a little tour of the factory, kind of see how some of these machines are made, and then we're going to go over to the showroom over here and check out some of their machines. They have some really awesome machines. It's definitely more kind of commercial gym equipment, but kind of teetering on that home gym equipment also. It's definitely more high-end, but I figured you guys would still be interested, so let's get right into QLI Fitness's showroom and factory tour.
First off, I just want to give a huge shout out to QLI for letting us do this factory tour. It was super cool to see their facility, and I feel like it's not something a lot of other home gym YouTubers can say, that they were able to go directly to the source to see how home gym equipment is made. I'm super excited to show you guys some of their equipment, as I feel like they're not really well known, especially in the home gym industry. And how do I know they're not well known? Because Coop from Garage Gym Reviews actually did a whole video on a bunch of QLI machines, and even he didn't know and didn't realize that all the machines he was reviewing was from QLI. Coop went to Show Me Weight's warehouse and reviewed a bunch of their machines, which turned out to just be relabeled QLI machines. So if you watched that video and were curious about any of those machines, I think it would actually be cheaper to just go straight to the source and buy directly from QLI.
So people can order the machine and also customize it how they want it?
Yeah, they can change the color or the logo.
Oh, okay. Are these machines over here done?
Yeah.
So these
all done. It's
all
ready
done.
to be shipped.
This machine was super cool, and I'm not talking about the chest press machine. I'm talking about the machine right behind it. They literally have pretty much a machine to test their machines. So it looks like they have 2 winches that they use to kind of test the movement of their machines. Super cool to see kind of the inside baseball of how they test their home gym equipment. The building we're in right now is pretty much for final assembly. I'll show you guys later the other building, which is much more like a traditional factory with welding and heavy machinery. But this building is where you can see these 2 guys are putting together the final pieces for this machine, and then using the machine earlier with the winches, they'll test it. Then they pretty much disassemble the machine again and rewrap it to be packaged in a crate for shipment. Here we are walking to more of the main factory. Just bear with me as it's a lot louder than the previous.
Guys, can you believe it? We're in the middle of Vietnam checking out QLI Fitness, seeing all the machines they make literally in their factory. I'm actually pretty surprised how compact these boxes are. Those machines were pretty big and they're able to fit it into this tiny box, relatively of course. Over here you can see them bending the steel to make the initial pieces for the machines. This is where they weld the pieces together. They got a bunch of welders putting together the pieces right now. Over here you can see all the pre-cut pieces. These are ready to be put together for a machine. Over here you guys can see they're building the 45-degree leg press machine as I speak. It's pretty crazy to see these pieces without any paint on them. Over here is where they paint all of the machines. They put them on these hooks and then paint them.
And there you go. Those are pretty much the basic steps of how QLI makes one of their machines. Let's head on over to their showroom and check out the machines in person. So here we are back in the showroom. The QLI employees spoke mostly in Vietnamese to me, so I'll kind of voice over and explain to you guys what they are explaining to me in real time. So what stands QLI apart a lot from a lot of other companies is kind of this technology that they're using that I really haven't seen in other companies. So I really wanted to share with you guys and show you guys, because this stuff was pretty game-changing for me seeing it in person, and that's called their ProFortte variable resistance technology. And what it allows you to do is you can change the weight resistance during different segments of a particular exercise or movement. And they kind of split these machines that utilize this technology into two categories, one being their plate-loaded machines and two being their weight stack machines. The plate-loaded machines, this is very similar to kind of Prime's torque arms, where you have 3 weight horns that allow you to adjust the weight resistance at different parts of the movement. As you can see, the QLI machine looks very similar to a lot of Prime machines.
Like, let's check the first position, like the number 1 first. Okay, you can try. You can try. Like this, like the whole movement, like in the first position.
Yeah,
Like
feels
you
pretty
keep
even.
like
Yep.
on the heavy of the weight. Like if we change in the third position, like it's really heavy.
Oh
in
yeah.
the beginning.
So at
Yeah,
the very end of the movement, it really the resistance really dies down.
Yeah.
Very heavy at the beginning, very light at the top.
Yeah. The last one is like the second position.
Okay. Okay, so this one, it's very easy at the beginning.
Yeah, it's
and
like
at the very end,
at the beginning.
a lot heavier.
So as you can see from that demonstration, this machine has what they call a Pro Arm, and that's that big arm that has 3 weight horns on it, allowing you to change the weight resistance at different segments of the movement. And they have this Pro Arm on pretty much a bunch of their plate-loaded machines, and that's what stands QLI apart from a bunch of other home gym equipment companies. I do not see this technology being used often outside of pretty much Prime Fitness.
Another version.
Okay.
Like it is selectorized one.
Okay. So this one you can't manipulate the resistance curve as much?
Yeah, but we use the smart cam one, the structure.
Oh,
this
okay.
Structure. Like in number 1. Like it's
Wow, that is
the
awesome.
same. Yeah, the same as the number 1 in the
So-
pre-pack machines.
So I thought with the selectorized machines, you wouldn't be able to manipulate the force curve, but they actually have they call this a smart cam. And using this smart cam, you actually can manipulate it. So it,
Yeah, you can change like this,
okay.
and you change number.
Okay. So what's the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
You can like try the machines. I will show you
Okay.
like each number.
Let's
like
try it.
number 1.
So currently we have it set to number 1.
Yeah, like number 1 in the pre-pack machines, like the movement, like
Okay.
they have it from the beginning to the
Yep.
end.
Oh,
Yeah, like this, like number 1, and then you change to number 2.
number 2.
Like lighter.
Yeah. Lighter at the beginning,
Yeah,
heavier at the end.
yeah, like it's 1/3, and then this is a 2/3 lighter at the beginning. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
so very heavy at the end, light at the beginning.
yeah.
These smart cams is what really blew me away. Usually in cams in a machine, they're just circular, so you kind of have a even weight resistance throughout a movement. But them making it oval and allowing you to adjust it, very similar to the Pro Arms that we saw earlier, it's just crazy. It's something I haven't seen with a weight stack. Typically weight stacks, you just have an even kind of weight resistance throughout the movement, but now that you can manipulate it, that's a game changer to me. Honestly, I think a lot of other companies might start copying this idea after they see it. I would love to see something like this in a leg extension machine. A lot of people are very particular in how the weight resistance moves throughout a leg extension, and to be able to manipulate that, that would be an awesome leg extension machine.
What would you say is your best-selling machine? What do you sell a lot of?
Yeah, the best-selling machines in 2025 is this one, the adjustable shoulder press machine.
Wow, this is very adjustable. So you can adjust
Yeah.
the handle depth right here or the handle angle.
Yeah, you can adjust the chair ones, like
then-
one hand.
This also has the
Yeah, we have 7.
one-handed seat adjustment with the piston. Very easy.
You can change the back.
Oh, okay. The back also adjusts. I need this to go higher.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. So this one is your typical lat pull down low row machine. Let's see the adjustability of this seat. Okay, so this is at the top. Oh, so this one's interesting. You actually adjust the angle of the seat. That could be nice for when you're doing low row. You have the leg pad holder. And then you can adjust.
Hold it.
Okay, so you can just move the leg pad out of the way. You're trying to do a low row. Let's say I want to adjust the seat angle to be a little lower for the low row. Oh, nice. And it looks like most of their weight stacks are pretty heavy, so this one goes to 264 pounds. Then you can add another 15 pounds, so almost 300-pound weight stacks.
QLI just had so many machines. So here is a quick montage of a bunch of the rest of their machines that I didn't really have time to go in depth into. The main standout quality of their machines, I would say, is definitely number one being adjustability. Their machines were just so adjustable, like the arm angles, any handles, any seats, any padding you could adjust. Number two, I would say, is definitely their attention to detail, where something I noticed was all of their adjustable seated machines had gas struts, which just made it very easy to adjust and very easy and smooth. It's small additions like this that just made their machines feel so much more premium. Their standout machines are definitely their weight stack machines that incorporate their Pro Axis smart cams that I showed you guys. I really like their smart cams, and I think that kind of technology is going to be a part of the future of high-end home gym equipment, and I'm excited to see how they're able to incorporate those smart cams further into even more of their weight stack machines in the future. Overall, I have nothing bad at all to say about QLI. They're definitely not in my budget and not something I would personally buy because of the price point, but if you're looking for high-end gym equipment, I highly recommend at least just checking them out and looking at some of their machines, as they're very high quality, made in Vietnam, and high-end home gym equipment. I would compare them most to the likes of probably Prime Fitness, as I would personally categorize their machines as endgame for me personally, and expect to see probably a bunch of American and Chinese companies probably trying to steal a bunch of their ideas. That's how forward thinking I think a bunch of QLI machines are. But anyways, if you're interested in any of their machines, QLI actually has an office in California that you can reach out to directly. QLI also gave me 5% discount codes for the first 5 people to use, so I'll throw them on screen now. Just a disclaimer, I don't make any money from these codes, they just gave them to me, so I'm just sharing them for you guys to use freely. But once again, I'd like to give a huge thanks to QLI Fitness for inviting me and allowing me to tour their facility. This is Frugal Home Gym, and I'm out.